What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lex P.
And it's your girl, Drea Nicole.
And you are tuned in to another episode of Poor Mind,
where a drunk mind speaks sober thought.
We got a guest today. We got a guest today. Now, y'all know I always got to do like a good introduction. But y'all know today is special for me. Drea knows.
Oh my God, I already knew.
This is special for me. So if
wait.
you're like an OG listener of the show, you know how happy I am. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. But we got the one and only Ace Hood in the building. Now, let me tell you why I'm so excited today.
You literally got one of her favorite songs
You made one of the best songs in history.
That is true.
This is literally my favorite song. And every time, when I'm getting ready, I don't care where we know, Dre knows I play this song. Cash flow. I need it on
to say that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Money, my money,
If
my
you-
money.
money.
Ass nigga.
You feel me? Yeah.
That is a song. When I tell you that is the greatest song ever made, and I'm so serious.
Yeah.
That's my favorite song. And people know, watching the
Yeah.
show, I talk about that song so much.
Yeah.
My money, my money, my... It took me to church.
Yeah,
So
right?
It
Yeah.
was so... No, I'm serious.
I mean, it was a great song. It was.
Yeah.
When you was in the studio recording that, did you was like, we did this?
I got one.
Absolutely. Yep, that's exactly what it was. I'm like, yeah, we got one. We got one for sure.
Because it was that the first time you and T-Pain had, was that like one of the first songs y'all did?
That was one of the first songs that we
Yeah.
had did at the time. Me and Payne had did a few records after that, but that was the staple record.
Right.
And not only that was my introduction to the world.
It was.
You feel what I'm saying? So it was a hell of a way to come into the game.
You know what I remember? Because they used to play the videos on like MTV and stuff. So you would wake up and get your money, nigga. Hey, knock.
Yeah. Hey, knock, bang, bang with the cash.
So
Yeah.
it's like, it's time to get up.
Yeah.
Like you wasn't doing enough.
Bro, I'm telling you, it would wake me up in the morning. I knew it was time to get up and get
that money.
Yeah. See, that was when I worked at TGI Friday. So I was like, I got to hustle, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah.
So talk about, how long you were rapping from that point to you signing with DJ Khaled.
Oh man, I had been rapping. I picked up rapping like in middle school, honestly. It was just me rhyming.
Yeah.
Putting words together. So prior to that time, it probably was I'm 13 at that time. I got my situation at about 18. See what I'm saying? About 5 years in between
crazy.
that time
That's
that I was
quick,
rapping.
though.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, the real reason I feel like how I got my deal is the power of prayer. I'm gonna keep it G, no cap. Cause I was going through a lot. My family was going through a lot.
Yeah.
So it was really supernatural. I'm watching my mom, talk about, she got her brothers gathered in the room and she's talking about yo, how could we come together so you guys can help me? My mom had major surgery on her knee, so she was looking for support. She couldn't go back to work like that. So I'm watching this and it's making me feel, helpless to some degree. I'm 17,
Right.
only 18 at this point. So literally, dog, it was like me going into a space and just praying. It was like, man, if I could, God, if you put me in a situation where I can provide for my mom, take care of my people, I promise you. And literally, 6 months after that, I had my situation.
That is
Look at
amazing.
God.
Real.
See, God ignored me because I thought I was going to be a singer. And I was like, no, not that one. Go crack some jokes, hoe ass.
But you can hold a little note. I feel like if you would have went and got vocal training, you probably could have been a singer.
Vocal training.
Yeah,
I can sing.
Okay.
Come on now.
Ooh. I ain't gonna do it like that, Ace. They ain't ready.
Now look, if you have a little more champagne, she gonna ask you, can y'all go to the studio together?
I was asking that regardless. Okay, but anyways, so how did you, in that 6 months time, because that's really quick, especially in the industry. So what happened in that 6 months where DJ Khaled was like, okay, I can't pass up on him. We got to do some work.
Yeah. Well, I had also too. Let me mention that I was with a label like Dollars and Deals, but it was a mutual, it was a verbal agreement between us, right? So it was nothing contractual for real. But these are my guys, that's my dogs from the hood. So we had a compilation project that we put together, and I recorded some solo songs for myself. You know what I'm saying? At this point, my name was Ace the Young Prince. That was my name.
I know
before.
that's
You feel me?
Okay.
Right. So what I did, I heard Khaled on the radio, and we was like, yo, he had some type of some type of something going on, something where he's giving away tickets. You can call a radio station and you can freestyle and get an opportunity or something like that. So it was that. So we took it upon ourselves. My dog, came to my crib one day and was like, yo, let's go up to the radio station. And then me, I'm thinking about what's the point to it. So we pull up at the radio station, and literally as soon as I pull up, Callie pull up like 5 minutes later. You know what I'm saying? And then I handed my CD, my bio, everything. I was prepared to rap for him on set. You know what I'm saying? But I handed him that, let him live, and he was like, he'll get back to me. I'm like, man, bro ain't gonna get back to me. Like, he ain't gonna holler at me. You know, it's one of them things. You thinking like, okay, he ain't gonna, you know, get back. So 2 days later, he hit my guy up and was like, I love what I'm hearing from him.
That's amazing.
That
he heard the hunger and the passion and stuff, and he was like, I want him to do this. Can he rap over this joint? And I was like, shit, that's a test. Let's get it.
So when you got in the studio with T-Pain, did you feel like, okay, like, this is... Because at that point,
I mean, Lil Wayne,
that's what I'm saying.
In the studio with a lot of people.
So when did it hit you like, okay, like, this is for real?
Yeah.
Oh man, I think like from Jump Street, honestly, like my first time traveling was to New York, was to sign a deal. You know what I'm saying? So we in there, you know, this is my first time, like really, you know, Mr. Child, you know what I'm saying? Everything, we vibing, big heavy. So
oh, I know you.
I'm in there, you feel me? I'm
young
in there
and
myself. You feel me? L.A. Reid, you know, he across the way.
That
you know
is
what I'm saying?
amazing.
I'm going in there to go turn up for him. You know, I got my records that I had already recorded, Cash Flow, Stressing with Plies, and a few other records that I had. So we went in and I performed them passionately. I'm on the desk, I'm on the table. I'm like, yeah, I don't mind because I'm thinking about mom, I'm thinking about the family.
Yeah.
So, I'm on the table, I'm getting it to him. Pause, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so, you gotta say that.
You gotta say pause.
So yeah, so I'm doing that, but that was the to me, that was a moment to me where I recognized that the stakes was high as they ever been. You know what I'm saying? So that was a moment for me where I recognized where I'm like, oh, okay, this shit's serious for real.
Yeah.
Like we handling business, you know what I'm saying? We talking, you know, they talking money and all of this stuff. So I'm like, man, this is life changing.
Yeah.
So at that moment, I knew it was real.
So looking back on that, sorry, Dre, I'm gonna let you. Do you feel like, because being 18 and signing a deal like that, especially with people who have been in the industry for so long, do you feel like you made the right decision? Because I mean, musically you did, but I mean like business-wise, did you feel like you were prepared for that? Like with lawyers and knowing the fine print of everything and knowing what you know now?
No, I wasn't. My only mindset was to feed the family.
Yeah.
Literally, like most of us as black men, you know, we want to get our family into better situations. So that's the only thing that was on my mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Also the contract, but what do I know about a contract?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I want a fair deal. I want to feel like I ain't being taken advantage of, right? But still at the same token, like this is opportunity of a lifetime.
I need the money.
You feel me? And we need the bag right now. You feel me? And not only that, like you know, this is what I love to do. Like I want to, you know, like do my thing at the highest level if possible, right? And learn and be around these guys. So for me, like that was the moment. Like that was the moment for sure of like, I kind of got lost in transition, but yeah, that's the moment. Yeah. Did I answer that question?
No, yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah.
Because I always wonder, like, when people are so young, because I think about the stuff that I go through now, and I'm, 34?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be sitting down, I'll be looking at these contracts, and I'll be looking at chatting
We
around,
be a
like,
little
what the
confused,
hell is going on?
Yeah.
So I can only imagine how an 18-year-old feels, and you had all that pressure on you.
I was being recommended. People.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me say that. That's important.
I mean, but I feel like sometimes they recommend you people who low-key ain't looking
out
out for you.
Look out for their best
I know, you know, so it's really a conflict of interest. You know, you don't maybe understand that at the very beginning, but that's really what it was. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, they handling your business, but now they also handling my business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is like, that was the start of like the confusion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of things. So, yeah.
If you had to think back during that time though, like who is one person you felt like had your back and was like looking out for you, being that you were so young?
I would say,
that you feel like was like smart and educated and was like trying to do the best that they could to like support you.
That's a thin line because, you know, I could also say like my homie who was with me, my guy AD at that particular time, who was my manager, but you know, if we talking about how much also does he know, you know what I'm saying? Because he's also learning and he don't know as much about a contract as well, but he has my best interest.
Right.
But he, you know what I'm saying? Like he also want to put me in position, but honestly, I don't know. In that point, I would just say, you know,
there wasn't like anybody in the industry already that was kind of like, hey,
mind your business or nah, attend to it. Nah, we didn't really have those conversations.
Right.
It wasn't, nah, it wasn't to the forefront like that. Because, you know, you thinking about it, that's why this is so important, man, too, because my family didn't come from it. My mother, my you know, they didn't come from that, right? So it's like, we didn't have that financial literacy or even understanding of how to navigate contracts. Nobody around me did.
Right.
Even the homies and all of that, you know? And that's majority of the time when we go in, this is what it is. We give these homie jobs and all of that and we put them on. But like, you know, we all are just figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Including at that time, Khaled, because, you know, there's a lot of things within the contract that never took place throughout, you know, the duration of our time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he was learning. We both were. It was a new label. Yeah.
And I think that's always like really unfortunate because we've talked about that before. Like, Black people don't like talking about money.
I was just about to say
like,
that.
We don't like to talk about money and help each other and be like, oh, well, I made this or this is what happened in this situation. Because it's like we don't like to let people know how much money we getting or how much money we making. But it could really help the other person and be beneficial for them if they going through the same thing that you went through already.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of that goes into like flex culture though. Because you don't want to know how much I'm making because it might show my hand. And I've been online flexing and acting like, or you know what I'm saying, looking a certain way. But if I tell you what I really got paid, you're going to be kind of looking at me sideways when it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
It should be like, because honestly, when I think about artists and things that they get paid and even content creators now, it's like we get paid pennies compared to a lot of other people.
Yeah.
And it's like if we would open our mouths.
Especially Black creators.
Especially Black creators and Black artists, you know, it's like if we would open our mouths and talk, you would realize, hey, they paid you XYZ because they paid me this. So they got the money. But if you don't really want to educate yourself and speak up, they not going to pay you.
That's true.
And it becomes a competitive thing because the conversations are had. You know what I'm saying? Especially you in an industry like, you know, male dominated in the ego, and you know, it's things happening within the industry where it's like, oh shit, I done made 25, but it's like, oh, bruh made 50. You know what I'm saying? Or bruh made like, so it's those conversations were moving around. You know what I'm saying? To where you felt like not at odds with the person, but just kind of like, man, I want to make more money, as opposed to like conversations like, look, I'm making this, and this is what I'm doing with the money. You know what I'm saying? This is how I'm investing it. So it wasn't those conversations. It's like, man, we getting it, you getting it type of thing.
Right.
If I'm making this, how can I get to that? But you know what I'm saying? There's no real understanding behind that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, so obviously you're really fit.
Yeah.
You work out.
Guns out.
Yeah.
No, that's right. Ace, what was it? Ace Prince? I know that right.
No, I did.
You could.
I did legs today.
You did legs today, but you got the guns out though. So obviously you're really fit and you work out. We just started really like getting serious about our workout and fitness journey, like maybe about 6-7 months ago.
Yeah, it's about
so we've been working out with a trainer for like 7 months. But I really wanted to know, like, how did you get into like fitness and working out? And I seen on your Instagram too, you be doing the cold plunge.
Yeah.
You hardcore.
I don't play.
He too deep in that thing.
Yeah, I'm in there.
So how did you start doing that?
You know what? Honestly, like I've always been an athlete. Like before I did music, I played football. You know what I'm saying? So I played that until 12th grade. Ended up hurting my knee, and I, pivoted from that. So basically, how I really, really deep dived into like the whole fitness thing was really the moment when I went independent. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it was a thing of like, I need to take my power back. I was on a journey of like, self-reflection, self-understanding, you know what I'm saying? Like tapping into the deepest parts of myself, shedding things, unlearning a lot of stuff. So for me, it was more so spiritual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just me in the gym just working out, but this is like, this weight is representation of what life is. Can I move this? Can I lift it? Can I push through? Can I do it again? Can I get back up? And that's what became my mindset. And so to me, I believe in becoming and being the highest version of yourself while I'm on this 3-dimensional plane. That matters to me. You know what I'm saying? So so I approached it like that. It was mainly just like, all right, man, I want to take my power back. You know what I'm saying? And I want to come back rejuvenated in a being that you probably haven't seen before. So I was in love with that idea.
Okay.
That's so real because I say this all the time. I'm like, I love working out now because it's not even about like how I look. It's more of like the
mental thing. What it
like
does.
even like dealing with people I date, my friends. It's like the conversations I have with her now are even different because we be in the gym. And it's like, it really changes you on the inside, like mentally. It's a whole nother level when you really tap in to like bettering yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's so different. And I'm not gonna lie,
You
I feel
just
like
feel better too.
when you went on your workout journey, I remember when you started, because I felt like it was like I hadn't seen you in a while, and then like you started popping up on my Instagram doing all this crazy stuff and being in the gym, and it was like, I feel like that's when all the rapper niggas started working out. Because niggas was not in the gym for real.
Yeah.
Niggas was not in the gym. Niggas was not like, because it wasn't like a thing that the rappers were doing at the time. You know, it was like they was it was cool to be in the club just popping bottles, drinking bottles. When you got in the gym, everybody would all the rappers started posting gym content.
Yes.
I mean that. It was like a thing for them now. It's like it's like a thing to be like working out. But I really feel like you kind of started that trend with like the rappers and the men. Like people wasn't really posting gym content. And you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was watching you. Auntie was watching now.
I appreciate you saying that.
True.
That's how I felt, you know. Like I recognize that, you know, even if people don't like or follow or comment, like they watch. Because, you know, I have an aura and energy, and I hone that, you know, and I don't know, man, I operate in love, so I can know that more people would want more of that. So I love to see people loving on themselves in that way too, you know what I'm saying? Grown men, like, taking that time to self-develop and do all of that. Me, I just haven't been as vocal about it. That's just it. That's the only difference. So, which I'm being that now, it's like it's time to speak and step out. So, but yeah, I've seen that, man, and it's flattering. Same thing with the flow and all of that. Like we know, like, you know, who set the trends and who have you know, laid the bricks down and pioneered some things. But
for sure,
God get the glory, man.
You may not say it, but Big Mama go.
Come on, say it over here.
We know the original. Okay, so before we get into these topics, Ty, what are we drinking today?
All right, well, so this one is called the Ace, of course, for our guest. This one has some Reposado tequila. We have a splash of apple schnapps, some lemon juice, some agave, and I muddled some fresh blueberries at the bottom. And then I topped it off with just a splash of some sparkling rosé for this one. So this one is the Ace. Okay. Cheers. Like it?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl XP.
And it's your girl Dre Nicole.
And we are here to tell y'all about Cook Unity. One thing about me is I'm always on the go, but I like to try different foods. So Cook Unity has made it super easy to try new foods that get delivered straight to your door.
Yes, I love it as well because I do not like going to the grocery store. And with the busy schedule, that's one of the main things that be on my list of stuff to do that I hate doing. So I love getting my food delivered to my door and it's pre-portioned and ready for me to just cook it and heat it up.
Yes. All you gotta do is heat it up.
And everything is so good that they have this vegan chorizo chili mac and cheese.
Hold on now.
Look, if you're trying to get that pork off your fork,
I like that.
Then you need to try that vegan chorizo. It's so good. It tastes like the real thing.
And the thing I love about it too is that it is cooked by chefs and it's locally sourced. So everything you're eating is fresh, good food, and it's cooked by chefs. Like you're getting some A1 food. So what you're gonna do is go to cookunity.com/pourminds. That's cookunity.com/pourminds, or just use code pourminds and you're gonna get 50% off of your first week. I promise you, if you're a busy person and you wanna just get your food, heat it up and go, this is the perfect option for you.
Period.
Experience chef quality meals every week delivered right to your door. Go to cookunity.com/pourminds or enter code pourminds before checkout for 50% off of your first week. That's 50% off of your first week by using code pourminds or going to cookunity.com/pourminds. Okay, so we're going to get into the first topic. Now, I wanted to talk about this because I think us as women, we've all dated somebody or been involved with somebody who has a child, right? You know, we've all been there. And I wanted to talk about co-parenting because you are married, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You are married and you have kids from a previous relationship.
Yes.
Is it one or?
Just one.
Just one.
Yes.
Okay. So
two kids, but just one.
Two kids, but one from a
previous
relationship. Just to clarify. So I wanted to talk about that because I don't have any kids yet, but like I said, I'm 34 now. So the men I do date, you know, even my boyfriend now, you know, he has a child. So I know, you know, you're going to get eventually to that point to where, you know, you have to meet the baby mama, you know, or she has to meet me or, you know, meet the kid. So I want to talk about navigating that space and when you know, okay, it's time for her to meet my child. So she's going to have to meet the baby mama. And I always felt like before I meet your child, I want to meet the mother of the child, because I want her to be comfortable with me being around your child.
Children, yeah.
And because I feel like that co-parenting can get real messy really, really quick. So I want you to talk about, you know, how you navigate co-parenting now today.
Yeah, it's been a journey, but now today, you know, my kids are 12 and my son's 10. My daughter's 12 and my son's 10. Now there's like, you know, there's open communication there. You know, I also affirm her, I think, which is important. I think that's what also changed and navigated our situation, is having direct communication. We didn't always have that. You know, being open and honest, that's where we are currently. You know what I'm saying? The times that she have the kids, we rotate. My kids are down here, so it's like we rotate back and forth. The schedule is healthy, you know, as long as she feel like she has the things that she needs.
Right.
You know, she's grand, man, you know, and it's important that her and my wife have conversations as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really, for me, how I navigate it is doing my very best to make all parties feel safe and included.
That's
you understand?
important.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like, even if we're doing something, you know, you could randomly call her and have her involved in it too. Like, hey, show your mom, what's this, or what you got going on. Subconsciously, that in the mind, it's like I'm a part of what it is that they have going on, and I don't feel excluded from it. You know, in that she still makes the decisions, you know, and that, you know, my wife isn't trying to take the spot of the mother or anything like that, because that's, you have a lot of that. You feel me? So, you know, it's just really saying, and for men, you know, we have to lead and navigate that situation, which is very big for us. You know what I'm saying? We got to take accountability. We got to know how to navigate that, because it can get very messy. But I'm grateful that now the situation is much more like autopilot. Like, we talk, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we dropping off this time, picking up. All right, everything good. All right, okay, I'm gonna bring them closer to you. Okay, all right. I'm gonna take them here. You can grab them and take them down to the crib to Florida. I'm like, oh, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we rocking and rolling.
Like
hey, this is something. You know what I'm saying? You good? Everything is straight. Boom, boom, boom. Like that type of timing. Like, you know, and even now we've navigated and have a conversation where it's like, yo, you know, the kids are starting a new school year. How about in August you have? I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Give you time to develop and do your thing, or whatever it is that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Pour into your love life, or whatever that looks like for you. But stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that allows her to have space and freedom to feel like she ain't gonna be judged for doing anything. It's like, nah, man, it's all love. And you know I got the kids, and I know you got the kids.
Right.
And it's good that y'all have figured that out, because I think that it seems like y'all have found a routine where it's like the kids come first. Because I think a lot of the time the problem is people let their personal feelings get in the way of like making sure that they do what's best for the kids.
Right.
And that's what I think makes co-parenting hard for a lot of people, is because it's like the personal emotions of the two parents, they not really thinking about what's best for the children.
Right. Because I'm not speaking on your situation, but I've been in situations before where it was just like pulling teeth. And it was like, I realized I had to take a step back and realize it's not that she don't like me, but you have to realize a lot of times when you're dealing with the mother of someone's child, there's still feelings there. She birthed a whole human for this person. So instead of me being like, oh, girl, I got your man now, he at home now, and being combative, I realized I had to mature. And you know what? I'm going to have sympathy for her and be understanding, because you have to realize sometimes people be in a relationship with someone, they have a kid, and they thinking that this is my person. This is who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And when that doesn't happen, you know, you're kind of grieving. You got to grieve a relationship with somebody that you had a whole child with.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of times when I say we, because we don't have children. So usually, not usually, 100% of the time, we're the new girl that comes in.
Yeah.
And we're ushering in. And, you know, it's fun with us. Because we ain't got no kid, we turned up, you know what I'm saying? We ain't went through, you know, we in the gym, body might be a little tighter, and it's all fun and games. So it's like, instead of coming with that negative energy, you're not helping. You're actually making it worse by having this energy like, well, fuck her. You just get custody of the kid. It's like, that's not helping.
Well, I think you shouldn't have that type of energy anyways. And a man should not want to be with a woman who has that type of energy towards his children, or like the mother of his child.
Right. And I also,
because that's petty. Like, you gonna end up causing more drama for me having that type of energy with my baby mama, even if we in a good space.
I think it's important for the man, and I like how you said that too. You were like, you know, to give her that freedom. And a lot of times men don't want to step in and like, you don't ever want to get your kid. That's why a lot of times they be mad too. Your baby mama tired.
Yeah, she need a little break.
She need a break. She's tired. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she does, and it's aggravating for them because you outside, you dating, you having a good time. She wake up, little Tata and threw up on the carpet. He's shitting everywhere.
Right.
And she got to get on Instagram and see you in the Bahamas.
On a yacht. With a bag.
What a bag.
She posted her gifts. Thanks, Daddy.
Daddy love me. Daddy, am I your baby?
Yeah.
Girl, fuck you.
Them super valid points.
You know what I'm
Super
saying?
valid. That's real.
It's real.
That's how it be.
I think a lot of times, like, we should sympathize with, you know, both sides. And I like how you said you were open with communication and being inclusive with everyone. Because I do think you can't help but to think that, like, okay, he already has a mother. Who is this girl coming in? Like, and it's like, I want to be a stepmother, you know, because I
a bonus mom.
A bonus mom.
Yeah, a bonus mom.
I'm gonna treat your child, you know, with the same respect as if it were my own. But you can't know that until the man makes that space open for us to talk.
Right.
I can't meet up with you. I don't, you know what I'm saying, unless you set that up.
Right.
So I think that was a good point that you made. Like, we need to make these communication lines open because I think it's very important for the new wife or the new girlfriend to have a relationship with the baby mom. I do believe that.
But I think they have to be open to that too. And sometimes baby mamas don't be open to that.
Yeah, they don't be open to that shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
but like I said,
Really, like,
Now, you know, like all of the things all the points you made were like very valid. It's very true in terms of like a woman's grieving process of thinking like, damn, we were gonna be together.
Right.
Now I'm feeling like you abandoned me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's really like, it's a process and that heals on its own timing. I think that's what I've learned, especially being where I am now. I'm like, oh shit, like what took so long to get to like here? I'm like, the jits like, you know what I mean? They 12, my jit, like we got to go into, teenage years and stuff. I'm like, we, you know what I'm saying? We should be past this, but you can't, you know what I'm saying, rush somebody else's process to heal.
Yeah.
So I just think as tough as it is, it's like doing my best to have compassion in that shit, dog, of understanding like, all right, I see where you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I see what you're doing, like, you know, as a mother and stuff. I just all of that affirming. It takes a lot of affirming. Dog, for real.
Yes, and I'm glad that you made that a point too, because I think what we have to realize too is that like y'all are family.
Yeah.
Like this is someone who gave birth to your child. Like I don't know if y'all have ever seen childbirth, but that's a lot. Like this is your family.
Intense.
Like it's very intense. So I feel like there just should be a level of respect on both ends.
I agree, yeah.
But a lot of times where the confusion comes in is because niggas be lying. And that was
Niggas do be lying.
You said
Niggas
honesty.
do not be keeping it real.
Niggas be lying, man. I don't know why she going crazy. That's because you dicked her down last night.
But you ain't gonna tell me about that
You
part.
ain't gonna tell her about that. She like, why your baby mama blowing up your phone? Because she want that dick. Because she just had some. But you not telling the truth.
Not telling that part.
So it's like, I think it's like accountability as well. Like you have to hold accountability because I think blended families, like it happens. I don't think you should stay with somebody just because y'all have a child because sometimes that can be
Sometimes it's worse for the children.
It's worse for you to be with somebody and your child is witnessing y'all arguing every day. That's not healthy. That's not a healthy environment for the child.
Yeah.
So sometimes it is better that y'all split.
Because sometimes the relationship just does not work. And I think that that's a problem that like older generations have had. They tried to stay together for the sake of the children because they thought, oh, like if we stay together, the child is going to grow up in a 2-parent household. But if y'all arguing every day and y'all not getting along and y'all hate each other, what is that really teaching the child?
They listen to way too much Al Green, okay?
Not let's stay together.
Boy, hell no. Boy, hell no.
Okay. So I wanted to get into the next topic.
I'm sorry, man. Al, you did not do your
You
big
did not
one.
eat that up.
You ate the song up, but the message, not times are good, bad. Boy, fuck you.
So I really wanted to talk about, like, do you think marriage is more beneficial for men or for women? Because I saw a post a few weeks ago, and it basically said that in terms of, like, getting a divorce, marriage is more beneficial for women. But I wanted to talk about it as a whole. Like, do you think that marriage is more beneficial for men, or is it more beneficial for women, or do you feel like it's equal?
I think it's beneficial for both.
Okay.
I think that's what I think. I think there's benefits because what's so dope about marriage is like that, you know, it's almost like holding up a mirror, you know what I'm saying, with your partner. Like, so, or like, I don't know, I'm speaking on my partnership that I have. Like, it's a situation to where it's like, you know, we have an understanding with each other. You know what I'm saying? We communicate about everything. And it's open and honest, you know what I'm saying? So for us, I feel like holding up that mirror, right, of knowing my expectation and who I am, telling her who I am as a man, she holds me to that standard. And I think that's what's beautiful. So to me, that is the benefit for the man, to be able to look at his insecurities or those challenges and to be able to go inward and say, damn, like, I thought I was this person, but I really want to operate on that. That's a chance to look at yourself. So that's where the benefit comes in if you're willing to do the work as a man. You see what I'm saying?
I feel like she helped you become a better man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because someone to hold you accountable day in, day out with the path that you're walking, I think is important. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that accountability allowed me the space to be able to say, you know what, there's some things that I need to assess. You know what I'm saying? Those are some things that I need to look at, some things that I need to change about myself. You know what I'm saying? And I made those changes, and I think like who I was on the opposite end of that, I was like, oh yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
I like this nigga here, bro. That nigga here solid, boy. He got it all. I'm like, okay, you feel me? So like, you know, again, like being in love with that idea of like higher self type shit. Like, you know, to me, that's why it's beneficial. Like, like for both parties, and the same for her as well. You know, it gives her opportunity to look back at that mirror of like the things that she could also change and improve on, ways to communicate and speak with each other, learning languages. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, XP.
And it's your girl, Dre Nicole.
And y'all know summertime is here. And one thing about summer is that it can get super expensive. So we're here to tell y'all about Chime.com.
Yes, and one of my favorite things about Chime is the Spot Me feature. So basically, Spot Me is when if you overdraft your account, they will spot you the money.
Oh, I need
And then when your next direct deposit comes in, no, they're going to need it back. Though.
Okay, all right.
They're going to get their money back.
Okay, all right.
You ain't getting it for free.
But I need
That's
to be
why it's called
spotted.
Spot Me.
But I need to be
But
spotted.
some people need to be spotted sometimes, and that's what I love about Chime, because every bank don't do that.
I like that.
They want their money and they want it now.
So what you're going to do is go to chime.com/poorminds to sign up. I'm telling y'all, they offer direct deposit earlier. So if you get paid on Friday, you could possibly get paid on a Wednesday. I'm telling you, the benefits of Chime are so amazing. You're going to absolutely love it. So what you're going to do is go to chime.com/poorminds. That's chime.com/poorminds. Get your money today.
Period.
Live it up this summer and make progress towards your financial goals with Chime. Open your account in minutes at chime.com/poorminds. That's chime.com/poorminds. Chime feels like progress. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank, N.A. or Stride Bank, N.A. Members FDIC. Spot Me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in Spot Me and are subject to monthly limits. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details.
And I think that definitely obviously comes with like knowing each other and being with each other probably for a while, because I always wonder, how can you hold somebody accountable without making them feel attacked too?
Yeah, but it happens though.
Right.
So that's the right. That's a teaching lesson. You know what I'm saying? So like the pain point is it. So we're gonna lean into the pain point of like, all right, that's what makes you uncomfortable. Like, how about we look at that more and see what's really underneath that, and, and really identify what's at the core of that. You feel me?
Right.
And to me, like, you feel lighter. You feel you more as a person. You know what I'm saying? And to me, like, being able to express the fullest parts of yourself, dog, is the illest shit in the world, especially if you're living on earth. You know what I'm saying? I want the highest pleasure, man. I want the highest love. I want the deepest, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, deepest abundance, all that type shit, man, you know, but that means you got to experience it on the opposite end of the spectrum.
You got to go to
Pain
those
and the
uncomfortable
frustration.
places.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In order to get there.
that
For
makes
sure.
sense.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's crazy because talking about this, every time somebody talks about is marriage more beneficial for men and women, and people always bring it to like monetary things. And, oh, if
Yeah, that's
y'all
why I thought
divorced
saying it was
and
more
that.
beneficial.
And when I think about marriage, money is like never a thing that I think about. And I know marriage is a business essentially, but for me, it's like when I decide to get married and have someone's child, I want to talk about it like how you talked about it, because you did not mention money one time, but you mentioned how she made you feel, how you made her feel, and how you grew as a man and as a person. Because how old were you when y'all met?
I was, oh man, I think I was like 28, I think, when we met.
So to be 28, you're an adult. Yeah. You're grown, you know what I'm saying? And it's very hard to change your ways. Like, of course, being 28, you still have a lot of growing to do. But to meet somebody and they really kind of change the trajectory of your life, that's a lot. To let somebody in, especially like, you know, being a rapper and being who you were, to really let somebody in and let your guard down and allow that. But that's so beautiful. And that's what I think about when I think about marriage and love. And I say that all the time. I feel like we've gotten so far away from that, because when you think about marriage, it shouldn't be, this is not beneficial for me, it's beneficial for you. And it's like, no, if we love each other and the feelings are mutual, you see that it's beneficial for the both of us. So you really gave low-key the perfect answer. Like, because I think it's beneficial for both parties. We're doing this not just because I want to do it, because everybody always thinks it's the woman pressuring, but it's like, if the love is there and it's real, he wants to do it just as much as you do, because he sees the benefits.
Right.
He sees the benefits of adding you to his life, vice versa.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. And I think if you have a good wife, it's mutually beneficial. I think sometimes when I see people online saying, oh, it's only more beneficial for the woman, especially if you get a divorce, because the woman gets to leave with like more than what she had in a lot of cases. But I think if you're with a woman who is a good woman, who's nurturing and caring, she's going to make your life easy.
Yeah.
Right.
And then your girl put pressure on everybody. Because when she gave you that gift, what was it, the plaque?
The plaques, yeah.
Oh my God.
I know that.
You couldn't get your nigga nothing at that time. Because my ex, he was in the industry as well. I couldn't get that nigga nothing. Well, Ace Hood girl, you seen what she did? Goddamn hoe ass nigga.
Yeah, right.
Shit, because she did her big one. That was such
that was very thoughtful
gift. And I will say, I feel like y'all, okay, obviously y'all are a lot of relationship goals. And I don't think y'all did that on purpose. I think what y'all have done is just document y'all's love. And I think the way you love her out loud, and she does the same for you. Yeah. So now that because y'all accidentally became couple goals.
And it seems like a really healthy relationship.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. So do y'all feel like, did y'all start feeling like pressure at any time to create content as a couple?
Nope, never. Because, you know, I like real life, man, you know, and like really doing it and being that in real life. You know, we didn't accept the title of couple goals or nothing like that. Yeah. We just literally like living and being and doing things that our heart desires, you know what I'm saying? Expressing ourselves fully. But nah, it was never no plan. Like, you know, people have always, which is interesting, have pitched ideas about like us as a couple, like y'all could do this, y'all could do that. Yeah. And I do believe that thing is gonna come, whatever that thing might be, you know what I'm saying, for us to do together. But yeah, man, I think for us it's like, as long as we stay true, like meaning like doing the work with us, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like showing up for each other, going to therapy, breaking things down, like, you know, having those uncomfortable conversations. So in real life and not just like, you know what I mean? We're not trying to model or be anything for anybody. Like we're just trying to simply show you of the power of love and what that can do and how amazing it is. And like for me as a man, like you said, you know, coming from the industry, I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? So even allowing myself to do that took a lot of unlearning, took a lot of ego death for me to arrive to this space. You know what I'm saying? Because I was different. Right. I was different, you know. So I'm grateful, you know what I'm saying? Really, really grateful. But nah, it's you know, we gonna do something at some point, but like it's never no pressure with us or anything. I feel like we need to do something. It's like it's always natural. Like, are we just doing this thing and then yo, let's film it. Yeah. She have to like if for her, like people get more of a perspective of me because I don't film. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like she'll film the stuff, so and people are enjoying it. It just be like regular stuff. I'm like, oh, I ain't know that I was gonna do that. Like,
it's so good because like we get to see you like in a different light, and that's why I say, because one thing about me, people know I'm a big hater. I love to hate. I wake up early in the morning to make sure I have extra time to be a hater. Yeah. You know, I just feel like it's more fun. But I cannot hate on y'all's couple. Like, it's cute. And it's not forced. And one thing, I hate couples content. I hate it.
It does seem forced.
It be like very forced.
It be corny, man.
It does get corny.
Like when they be setting up the tripod and they be like, and then they give each other a kiss.
Yeah,
It's
but
like, not you put the
Hell no.
not you put the tripod up and acting like y'all just woke up. Be fucking for real.
No, if I ever did that, stop me.
oh
No,
my
for
goodness.
real, but I hate that type of content. Like, it's so cringy because I feel like it's ways to document your journey and it's ways to document yourself as a couple without making it look too forced or fake. And to me, that's fake. Like, I hate when I watch the type of content where people are like pretending like they woke
They
up.
just woke up.
Or like they walk into the car and they got like you have the tripod set up.
But you know what's crazy? What's the
Like I would prefer you to record yourself in the car.
right?
Right.
But what's the guy's name? Is it like what's his name? Drew Walls? Is that his name? The TikTok guy?
Oh yeah.
So everybody was literally he was going viral because people were making fun of him so bad. Only for Drake.
That's what I was
to
gonna
give him the cosign.
Drake ended up posting him and making like a funny video trying to mock him, and then he tagged him. So I mean, sometimes it works.
Sometimes it can work in your favor.
Yeah.
Sometimes it end up working out for you.
I think if you don't take yourself too serious, it'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for him, like when everybody was making fun of him, he just didn't stop. He was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It was like he was
doing
just
his
still
thing.
doing it. But I guess his is a little different though, because he does it by himself.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes he'll have his daughter, you know, he'll be combing her hair, little stuff like that. But I do like the fact that I don't feel like y'all fell into that whole TikTok thing of like forcing content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank God.
Because that definitely gets forced at times.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I definitely wanted to ask you too. Like, I wanted to touch a little bit more on therapy because I know you said therapy. So, like, were y'all going to therapy before y'all got married, and then y'all continued to go? So, can you touch on like the importance of therapy in a relationship?
Yeah. I
listen.
hope my nigga watching.
Hey, my nigga. Hey, look, check this out, homie. For anybody in a relationship, dog, on me. If you want a healthy and successful relationship, go to therapy, dog.
And this is prior to marriage.
Yeah, this is prior to marriage. So
Okay.
we had done a few sessions even before marriage. Like, that's how intentional it was for us because we like, man, if this marriage is gonna last and we really gonna be with each other, like there's some things that's gonna need
Y'all
to
was in
shift.
love real bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
Oh, that's
what was
right.
up through there, boy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What was up through that? Yeah, man. You know, yeah, childhood shit and all that good stuff, and finding someone where you really that can really see your value in you and that appreciates you. It's a breath of fresh air, man. You know what I'm saying? When somebody can see that greatness in you too.
So did y'all go to therapy because like y'all were kind of having problems, or y'all were just like, let's just make sure?
Both, you know what I'm saying? Not that we were having everyday problems, but for us, we knew that like we just knew like period for the relationship to work, like that we have to go to therapy now and start it. That was just it, like because we couldn't operate within our own knowledge. We don't have the tools to be able to deal with each other, to understand each other, to not be triggered, to not want to fight, to not want to walk off. Like I used to be the type like you mad, I'm leaving. Like I don't like I could care so less. Like
Well, I know
I was a savage with that. Like
Be a Taurus.
I'm a Taurus, yeah.
I would have been right behind you.
I'm
Where we
Yeah.
going?
I'm
so I
like-
be the same way.
Man, I'm kind of like not even care, like you know, walk off, man. I ain't
Won't
tripping.
talk
I
to
won't
you
speak to you in
never
a week,
again.
nigga, or whatever. Like like that's the type of time. You know what I'm saying? So it took like that's why therapy was important because even getting married and stuff like that. Like I was nervous. You know what I'm saying? I was nervous. That was the point where the they had to find me. You know what I'm saying? They had to find me because it got real. You know what I'm saying? Like before us actually getting married and stuff. It was nerve-wracking. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you went MIA?
For a short time, just a little.
Oh my God.
Where you went?
Yeah. I didn't listen. I just didn't answer the phone. It was like a 5-6 hour
You was
block.
nervous.
Yeah, I was nervous. I was nervous because I'm stepping into an environment or an unknown space that I've never been, and that shit's scary. You feel what I'm saying? And to me, it's like it's a big deal. Me getting married and all of that. I take care of my family, my people. Like I'm the guy. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like to now be taking, you know what I mean, and to be looking out and to be supporting someone else, like it looks different. You know what I'm saying? When you have a wife and then all that with your parent, your mom, and dynamic and all of that is wicked. But yeah, we felt like so we did the therapy and we did all type of therapy, all type, not just that therapy, but EMDR, like tapping therapy. We did, you know what I'm saying? Like childhood therapy, you know what I'm saying? Where we would regress, go back and visit parts of ourselves. We did now more so of integrational healing is what I'm working on now. It's like, so I feel like if I could imagine and explain it, I'm like, it's almost like a bomb in a facility and it's full of mirrors and like it exploded and like all of the pieces are everywhere. And you got to analyze each individual piece. And then once you understand it, then you can integrate it all back together as a fuller self.
Right.
So that's where I am currently, is more so on the integrational and bringing these those greater parts of myself together. But it all just took therapy, you know, breaking it down.
And was that your first time? Go ahead. No, it's okay. Was that your first time going to therapy? Like once y'all started dating, or had you already like dabbled with it a little bit?
No. I ain't never go to therapy, you know.
Wow.
But I had always been a man of faith, so I always knew that God wanted me to do something in life. He wanted me to do something special. I didn't know what it was. So I always had that certain level of like discernment, but I never like where I come from, like, you know, I grew up in Deerfield, so we ain't never think like working on yourself is a thing. Like if somebody came to the hood and be like, boy, you need to work on yourself. I'm like, man, shut your ass up, boy. Get somebody work on yourself. Nigga, they might be like, man, we need to get money. What you talking about? Like, you feel me? Like, real talk. It's like
that's just how I am.
Yeah, you don't think about self-development. What you mean self-development? Like, what do you mean? Like running? Like what, training? What do you mean? Like working out? Like, I don't understand. Like, I ain't know what that was.
Right.
You understand? So I went into a total different space to everything that I knew, everything that I thought I knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the space.
Did she have to like convince you to do it though? Like, because that's what I be feeling like a lot of times.
So you was ready. You was like, okay, I know.
Certain types of therapy, I had to be a little bit persuaded.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Like tapping.
Like if it was like, no. Hey,
I'm trying to figure out how that works. How did that work? Hey, so you gotta let me know.
For sure. You wanna go there? You want me to answer that one?
Yeah. How did that work? Like you said, tapping.
Yeah. So Pete, right? So yeah, y'all funny. I'm enjoying y'all for real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, yeah. So the tapping, so EMDR works with like so it's almost like a pain point healing. So there's a particular point to where you go back in your childhood trauma, and there's an experience. So with your partner in front of you, I'm sitting here, she's sitting in front of me the same way, and I have my 2 fingers on her thigh, and she has her 2 fingers on my thigh. And what we proceed to do from there is we give ourselves a chance to like clear out the trauma and have a new experience.
Okay.
Right? So if all we knew at childhood at that particular moment was like I was unworthy, I didn't feel good enough, I felt like I was a liar, I felt like I wasn't appreciated. What the tapping does for that moment, it's like you are worthy.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You were young. I love you. I appreciate you. Right, you know what I'm saying? You're amazing, like those things. You know what I'm saying? You are wanted. You are worthy. You know what I'm saying? You are valuable. And the tapping, what tapping does to the body, it's almost like, you know, everything is a consciousness and it's like a rhythm. So as you reprogram that, you start to feel it in your body. You know how people do this and just move their leg, or like some people get rocked to sleep. Yeah, it's the same way.
Okay,
it's the same thing.
Okay.
So that's how it shows up in EMDR.
I like that.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fire. Yeah. Eye contact, and you do it, and it'll bring something forth. So it's that you can stare in each other's eyes, like that type of stuff. It gets deep. It gets deep,
like
man.
It gets
that
real
shit
deep.
Get deep.
Because I feel like sometimes, like I'm a runner. So when I say that, like you saw how you was like, oh, it was like 5 or 6 hours, or I might not talk to you for a week.
I'm the same way, yeah.
I will hold it out and like try to work through it. But once I run, I'm a runner. I'm a track star. So how did you like see maybe like a red flag of hers or vice versa? And you were like, you know what? I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to work through it. Like, when did you know like, okay, it's worth working through? Because like, how do you know it's like a red flag is like, this is something I can work through and she's worth it, versus this is the red flag that I need to leave? You know what I mean? Because everybody has their red flag. Right. But when do you know like this is worth the fight?
Yeah. That's a good question. You know, well, there was a point where, you know, every now and again, like my wife would deal with like the anxiety thing. And for me, and I say this with so much compassion too. So with me, that was a real struggle for me, because I would always look at it as being irrational. You know what I'm saying? But not looking at it as like, well, this is her experience. And how can I first honor her experience before judging that experience? So I think, to me, that was a real pain point for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I just can't take the excess or the whatever, or just because I'm very calm. I'm very tired. I'm very calm. I'm very like logical with things. in my mind, and that's how I operate. But I operate logically. She operates in her body.
Ooh, that's me.
And that's what I'm saying. So even that, I had to understand that shit too. Of like, okay, so we operate differently doesn't mean that one is better than the other. You see what I'm saying? So that right there allowed me to say, oh, okay, I got that. That makes sense. So if I approach it like this, then I could conjure up a different response, and then she can feel supported, and this goes away. Let's try this. I did it a couple times, and it worked. And that was one of them situations where at one point it was a red flag for me, but then it was something that I've learned that, I'm more than capable of working through it. You know what I'm saying? You just have to have the desire to want to do it. So that
I'm gonna be a wife after this episode. I'm taking notes.
No, seriously.
I'm gonna get you right.
Okay, I'm ready.
And you know how I feel about astrology. Like, I definitely think astrology is accurate in a lot of ways. So I'm wondering, like, as a Taurus, do you think, because I know for me, and like my boyfriend actually said this to me before, like, he was like, I think sometimes it's hard for you to look at things from other people's perspective if it's something that you don't agree with or it's something that you wouldn't do. Like with what you were just saying with the anxiety situation. Do you think it was like hard for you to understand it because it wasn't something that you actually have like dealt with or been through?
Yep. That's true. That yes, I felt like that at the time, but then I started recognizing too, like, sometimes us as men, we can be hypocritical. It's just our anxiety looks different. So let me give you an example. So this is where I knew that, we have the same experience, it's just different. That's when I learned, we more than the same than not alike.
Right.
We were going on like one of our healing trips, and we were somewhere, I think we were in Costa Rica somewhere, we were zip lining, and I was so nervous. I was asking so many questions, bro. So what are we gonna do, bro? Yo, you gonna hold this shit, bro? Bro, don't let me, bro. I'm telling you, bro, that shit look long. Nah, hold on. Let me just, hold on, bro. Just give me a few seconds. That's anxiety.
Right.
Yeah. It just
showed up.
It just showed up, but that motherfucker showed up right there. And in that moment, I was like, oh, this is what she deal with. Okay, but I'm judging her to, you feel what I'm saying? So once I learned that, I'm like, okay, cool. So like, all right, we're going to change our approach to that. So I'm like, I experience it the same way. It's just very different. Even if it's not on the day-to-day, it's like at some point, we all are going to have that experience. So that's the thing about people, and even in relationships, is that ultimately, even when there's a disagreement or an argument, like we both are asking for the same thing. It just looks different.
Yes, it really is. I think that's a lot of times when you have arguments with someone, a lot of times there is no right or wrong. It's all about wanting that compromise.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's one thing I like how you speak on your relationship, because it seems like she got you out of your shell of doing like the typical things you do.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you was in Costa Rica ziplining, talking about some
Yeah.
you was good. Like, it seems like she introduced you to things that you never probably would have tried, in other relationships that you were
absolutely.
in. So I think that was probably like, how long did you say like y'all were together when you like knew, okay, this is the one?
Oh, man. I think honestly, I know it sounds cliche, but I think I always knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, like honestly, like our relationship was something just very different. Like when I seen her and met her, like energetically, I felt full. I felt like, whoa, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think I want to consider, like, imagine being in like deep water or ocean. It's like, oh man, like this is a big feeling.
Well, she fine. She made me feel like that too.
Fine as hell.
I felt that too.
Yeah, and she got big emotions too. You know what I'm saying? And that's honestly what I fell in love with too.
The emotions.
Like the emotional side, because I wasn't tapped into my emotions.
Yeah.
I was just a bunch around, you know what I'm saying, like hard heads, and we were just on some different type timing. So we never allowed ourselves to be vulnerable and do none of that extra shit. So when I started tapping in parts like that, like before, I wasn't going out and doing all that. Every time I'm moving, like it's 10, 15 people with me.
Yeah.
If I'm at the house, it's a bunch of homies with me. Like anything we going to do, like I'm not going out to go hang out. Like nah. Like we active. Like we yeah. And it's like, so even if we travel, we going there for business and handle the business, and we out.
Yeah.
Now it's different. It's like, all right, we going. Like I had literally, I was like, I'm telling you, bro, like almost had to be born again to step out, because coming from where I'm coming from, that that's how I felt, man. I felt just so like afraid in so many ways of like, I can't do it. I gotta keep my pistol on me. I gotta keep my dogs on me. We gotta boom boom and move and mob a certain way. Till I started to see like, okay, this is not really true. So we taking trips and doing things and feeding the sand, and we doing all of these activities and stuff, which I've always been on a nice luxury travel thing, but you know, just doing it more and doing it more freely. You know what I'm saying? Really allow myself to have full experiences. Go check out the food. Go invest in the culture. See people. Go to the schools and the community. Pour into them. See them. Love on them kids. Like all of this type of stuff we started experiencing. And that was the thing that was like, man, you know what? I've been missing out on so much of life because I was just so narrow in terms of just who I felt like I needed to be for the industry.
Do you feel like you have like influenced any of your friends now? Like, cause you said you used to be with your friends a lot, and then they started seeing your relationship with your girl. Do you feel like you've influenced them to like live life a little bit more and be open to different things that y'all didn't grow up around?
Oh yeah. A lot of my homies are motivated. A lot of them are motivated. If it's not one thing, it's the other. If it's not the relationship, it's the fitness. If it's not the fitness, it's the mindset. It's the approach of things. It's the way of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah. You got some homies that want to, but they stubborn and stuck in their ways.
Yeah,
we all shift and change on our own time. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I love being a light beacon to my homies anytime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something where they can pull from and be like, yeah, man, Ace did that, man. I can do that too, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, we need some more husband material out there.
Real
You know
husband
what I'm
material.
saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so now it's time to get into the bed. Ow.
The bed.
Bow.
The bed. Bow. 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 Bow.
Okay, so for the bed today, I want to talk about this because to me, being like I've been a fan of yours, you know what I'm saying? So watching you, you know, come from, you know, being the rapper and, you know, being that man to like now being a husband and like, you know, a family man, somebody who cares about fitness and all that stuff. You've had such a journey. And I know the way you've probably viewed women when you were 18 versus how you view women now is totally different. So I wanted to talk about this because I feel like, honestly, me and Drea have to deal with this a lot. But I feel like women in general, especially Black women, have to deal with this a lot. So I wanted to talk about, do you feel like Black women are over-sexualized or do we over-sexualize ourselves? And I'm gonna let you answer because I'm a little on both sides about this, but I want to hear what you have to say first before I give my answer.
I do think people over-sexualize Black women because there's a stigma or something subconsciously that people look at Black women as property, right? That's honestly, that's what I would say. In terms of the other way, you should also feel confident and feel, you know, have the space to be able to be free to feel as sexy as you want to feel as a woman.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I salute and I applaud that. I want you to be as sexy as possible. And then because it ain't got nothing to do with me, I don't have ownership or anything over you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a choice that we decide to do this, but yeah, I definitely would say people over-sexualize Black women, but you know what I'm saying? So no, I don't think Black women just didn't start this thing of like where they just deserve to be over-sexualized.
Right.
Hell nah. No. Just because they have amazing bodies, you know, it doesn't give you the right to over-sexualize a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like I said, I'm a little bit on both sides with it because when I was in high school, I was always like curvier, but I was small, but you know, I went to all white school.
Though.
I was busty.
Yeah.
So it was like, I would, like when me and my friends, we used to match going to school. You know how you used to match with your friends. And I would literally get pulled into the office and I would get in trouble. And I'm like, we got on the same thing. Why is she not in trouble?
Right.
Just because I had a bigger chest, you know what I'm saying? Or I was thicker or whatever the case may be. My pants might have fit a little different. So I definitely think a lot of times Black women are so much like we're over-sexualized. Like I can wear something that I'm not even trying to turn you on or nothing. This is just what I have on.
Right.
Just because you look at me and you feel some type of way in your little pants, that don't got nothing to do with me.
You're right.
That doesn't mean I'm asking for it to be sexualized. Sometimes I'm just showing up. Hoe ass nigga, I can't help it. I'm sexy.
I'm sexy, so he nervous.
The fuck?
Can't help.
I mean, I can't help
I like it.
But going into what you said, it's crazy that you said that because I saw a post the other day, and it was Jonathan Finesse.
Yeah,
he said he cut a clip from his podcast and he was saying, if I'm dating a woman, why are you on Instagram in a swimsuit or in a bathing suit, or like why are you doing all that and all this stuff? But it's like, to me, you should be happy, like you have an attractive woman, and I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 she was doing that before you got with her. I mean, that may be what attracted you to her.
Right.
Now, for me, if I post a picture on Instagram and I have on like, you know, a cute dress or a swimsuit, you know, I'm showing the experience. But when somebody that's a thin model gets to be in a swimsuit, it's like, oh, this is high fashion. But just because I got a little extra meat on my bones, I'm trying to do this for attention, and I'm trying to get me a nigga. But when she puts on a bathing suit and she's like somewhere, it's like, oh, look how cute she looks. That ain't fair.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, XP.
And it's your girl, Dre Nicole.
And one thing I have noticed that this year has gone by so fast. But I think with being a busy person, sometimes you have to sit back and, you know, analyze everything and celebrate your wins. And you can do that in therapy. It will help you do that.
You can check off your goals, make sure you're on track with your progress for the year and everything. And that's what I love about BetterHelp, is that it's so easily convenient and accessible. You can literally talk to your therapist from no matter where you are, whether you at home, whether you on the go. And they make it super easy to change therapists if you don't like your initial therapist. And on top of that, above everything else, it's so affordable, y'all.
Yes, it's super affordable. So what we've done is partner with them to give y'all even more discounts. So what you're going to do is go to betterhelp.com/poorminds. That's betterhelp.com/poorminds and get 10% off of your first month. Take a moment, visit betterhelp.com/poorminds today to get 10% off of your first month. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/poorminds.
Well, I feel like, you know, it's two sides to everything, because I definitely feel like Black women are overly sexualized. Coming from a space of like when I used to work in corporate America, we talked about this before. Like when I used to work at this oil and gas company in Houston, when I was like 22, 23, I used to wear like what they would have in the handbook: pencil skirts, knee length, blazers. But because I was curvy,
you had no bubble back there.
Yeah, and I had hips, so I would get in trouble for wearing the same thing that the girl sitting next to me in the cubicle. She got on the same outfit damn near, but nobody is saying anything to her because she up and down. So I definitely, I'm just saying.
That was shade.
She giving SpongeBob, but but I'm in trouble. Like, that's not fair.
Right.
But I think that's an example of like being overly sexualized. But sometimes I think when it comes to like the Instagram posting stuff, like, okay, you can post a picture in a swimsuit, but if you posting a picture in a swimsuit and it's from a certain angle, or if you posting a video twerking, you're overly sexualizing yourself.
Now that's different. Now I can get the twerking thing, or if you're bent over.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to garner certain attention. So it's like you can't be mad when you get it. And that's coming from a space of me and you done posted. Like when we were younger, we done posted videos in like a swimsuit, like twerking.
I don't know about that.
Okay, maybe not twerking, but like
that's you, baby. Don't put me in that category. I'm a lady.
You have posted things before that are suggestive.
What am I suggesting?
And I feel like you know what type of attention you gonna get if you post something that's like a little suggestive versus like if you just posting a picture in a swimsuit. Like if you post a picture standing up and it's just a picture, of course, like some people gonna gawk and be like, oh, her body fire, and they gonna leave inappropriate comments versus you twerking.
Okay, so I'll say this. I have never posted a video of me twerking. That's first of all, bet.
We was just in Miami for your birthday.
That was on Close Friends, That was on Close Friends, bitch. See how you take it too far? But okay, so I do agree with you on that. But I will say, I feel like a bikini post, they look at it, and with curvier women, we get sexualized for absolutely no reason. And it's just because we're curvier and you are attracted to me, period. And when you see skinnier women, and I'm not saying skinny women aren't attractive, that's not what I'm saying. But I feel like certain type of men, if they see a woman in bikini that they're not attracted to, they're not overly sexualizing her because they don't find her attractive, and that's not fair. So why am I being punished for being sexy? That ain't fair.
That ain't fair.
That ain't fair. And this goes to another point I want to make, because I get tired of seeing things of like people saying black women are the most undesired demographic in the world. And that's just simply not true. Because if we were so undesired, things like this wouldn't be a topic. That's why we're overly sexualized, because literally all of y'all are attracted to us. Worldwide, we have to deal with this. The first time I went to Europe was in 2016. And I was actually with a guy I was dating, and it was so weird that so many men were just like coming up to me and hitting on me like he wasn't even there. And that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all want to feel like we are not wanted. These niggas love a worldwide. I'm attracted worldwide, baby. I can't help that. They love it. So I do feel like black women are over-sexualized. Because even 100%. With me being in my 30s now, I don't feel like I post suggestive things anymore. I'm fine. You don't see it.
I don't feel like I post it anymore either.
You know what I mean?
I just post normal stuff.
Because I feel like even with your girlfriend, your wife, she's curvy. She's beautiful. But men are going to look at her page and be like, God damn. Because she got that body. She can't help it.
Yeah.
I mean, she naturally has a small waist. She looks good. So it's like, I cannot help it how you perceive me and you look at me.
That's true.
If I'm posting a picture in a dress and I'm at dinner and I'm literally with my man, y'all be knowing I'm with my man. I don't give a damn about you finding me attractive. I don't care.
I'm worried about my man.
I'm worried about my man. This is just for, I am on Instagram. I'm posting pictures just like everybody else. Just because you find this attractive does not mean that I'm trying to fish or find a nigga. Like, and I think that comes with security too. A lot of these men, y'all get a woman that you like, but you can't handle it.
Ooh.
Or they want to change you. Like, you already been this way. You was already posting this type of content. You was already who you were. But now that y'all are in a relationship, he wants you to stop. Or he wants you to not do what you was doing
because it's an insecurity.
Before. But it's the same thing that attracted you to the girl.
Yeah.
Now you want her to not be that way no more.
And it's like, I get growth in a relationship too. Like, you're supposed to be respectful and X, Y, Z. But I do feel like at the end of the day, if you trust and know your woman, when I tell you my nigga do not care because he know I ain't going, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's a level of trust there and understanding.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
I enjoy it too.
Yeah.
I'm a fan too.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you're supposed to be rooting for your woman. Like, that's mine.
I think it just depends on, it's person by person based. Like, I think it depends on your man, because even I know y'all both probably saw that post recently. It was like a picture of Beyonce and Jay-Z, and Beyonce had on like this see-through lace dress.
Yeah.
And you could like see like her underwear or whatever. And people were like, oh, a high value man shouldn't want this, or a high value man don't want to date women who dress a certain way. And then they started pulling up pictures of Jeff Bezos' new girlfriend who had on a similar dress.
She a baddie too.
And they were like, it's only black men that be okay with their women dressing like this and being overly sexualized. One thing about black women, they still are going to overly sexualize themselves even if they have a lot of money, even if they rich. And so they were pulling up the pictures of Jeff Bezos' girlfriend.
Because
and I just feel like it's not
because you want to spice it up.
Right.
And even when you in a situation, a relationship, like you role play, you play games, you like, have some fun, loosen up. You niggas so insecure, it's like, loosen up, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you want to see her in her element. You want to see her shine and do her thing. Like, yeah, absolutely. And like, you want to be, you can do all this other stuff, healing, traveling, boom, boom, boom. But sometime, man, you might want a little slut activity. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it G.
Hey.
That's how I am. I'm like, look, sometimes I want that gangster shit.
Yeah.
I don't want none of that. I want some of that. Yeah.
And I'm telling
you, feel me?
You want to get a woman in her, everybody wants a woman to be in her soft era. When you find a woman in her divine energy, it's because she feels sexy and she feels wanted. Yeah. She feels confident because she feels beautiful. How is she going to feel all those things? I'm not saying she got to be on the internet showing her ass for that, but if she feels confident in her swimsuit and she's having fun with you and she want to take a picture, let her do that.
I wonder why it is, though, that like, when people get deeper into a relationship, they want to control a person or change them.
It's the
because it seems like at the beginning of the relationship they be so cool with who the person is and they fuck with you for that.
I have no idea. Like I said, I think that goes with insecurity because I've been in a relationship like that where you remember I damn near deleted everything off of my Instagram and I realized it wasn't me, it was him. He was controlling. He wanted to control every aspect of my life because he knew this is what it is though.
But it wasn't like that in the beginning. That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't like that in the beginning, but a lot of times men be surprised that they pulled you.
You think so?
Yes, and let me tell you what it is.
That's some real shit right there, boy.
Men be surprised that they pulled you and they be like, fuck, how did I get this girl? And if I got her, I know it's a nigga they low-key know that they don't deserve you. So they really trying to keep you away from the niggas that they know probably deserve you.
Right.
So that's why I say it gets down to all of that insecurity. Because a real nigga that know he deserve you and treating you right, he gonna be like, he gonna be taking.
He gonna want to show you up. He gonna want to show you up.
Love that shit. Cause she right here with me. If you can take her, good fucking luck. That's what a real good luck. Cause they know she not going nowhere. And we as women, when we have a solid man, it don't matter what we got on. We going home.
Cause that's no indication of if you going or not. Like
don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. So I do feel like that controlling shit is because they know they ain't got no business being with a woman like that. That's all that is.
That's a good point.
Let Big Mama put y'all on some game now.
Period.
And sometimes, men be powerless for real in real life. So they want to do this whole power control with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might not be feeling valuable in other areas, whether that's finances, whether that's just appreciation, whether that's whomever you think that you are as a man and you showing up in the world and people don't appreciate that thing. Then you want to exercise that powerlessness into your relationship with your woman. And then, you can't do this, you can't do that, take that down, all of that shit. Man, listen, man, go grow up, man. You know what I mean?
Because you can't control nothing else, so it's like this the one thing
This the one thing that I can control. She's beautiful, she's this, that, and the third, and you want to just hold on to that and you tell it when to move, tell it when to sleep, tell it when to do this. It's like,
tell me when to go.
Yeah, you feel me?
Tell me when to go. It's crazy.
But I mean, this is true. That's what they be doing.
Hey y'all, it's Dre Nicole, CEO of Muse Beauty. Are you ready to take your beauty brand to the next level? Well, I've got something special just for you. I'm introducing the keys to a successful e-commerce brand ebook. In this guide, I spill all of my secrets on how I built Muse Beauty from the ground up into a global beauty brand, serving thousands of customers from all over the world. From defining your brand vision to mastering marketing strategies, this book literally covers it all. Plus, exclusive highlights and tips that you won't find anywhere else. But wait, y'all, it's more. Check out my curated vendors list featuring over 50 top suppliers in the beauty, fashion, and packaging industries. Whether you need cosmetics, accessories, clothing, or chic packaging, I've got you covered. So what are you waiting for? Go to www.musebeautycollection.com and get your ebook, your vendors list, or you could bundle them both together. All right, bye y'all.
My bad, y'all. That drink done hit me a little bit. Okay, so now it's time to get into
the bow.
Ow.
The bow.
Bow.
The bow. 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 Bow.
We had some good
beat in the background.
I've had a good.
You heard me,
Yeah,
right?
I heard you.
You know what I'm saying? Look, that little drink done slid up out here. Hey, that ace.
Yeah, that ace, that
we
that
have
blueberry.
had a lot of grown and sexy combo today.
Yeah, this was phenomenal.
Okay. So for my bop of the week this week, y'all, I feel like, so first of all, let me say this.
What?
I went and saw the movie, the One Love movie, the Bob Marley movie. And I know a lot of Jamaican people, they didn't like it because they felt like they weren't telling the true story of Bob Marley. But I mean, they were showing the good side, but I feel like the Marley family, that's what they've done. That's why Bob Marley is like a staple. Like when you go to Jamaica, you think of Bob Marley. There's Bob Marley figurines. Everything is Bob Marley when it comes to Jamaica. But that's because of the things that Rita Marley and the family has done to make sure he was remembered in a pristine, positive image. So a lot of the people who grew up in Jamaica, they felt like they didn't tell, the true story. Anyways, I enjoyed it. Baby, I was walking out there, wagwan. I had a good time, right? So I leave, I'm like having my little, I was playing like the music and going through, because I like to let my music play and introduce me to new things. So my playlist was playing, I love me some Dexter Daps, so I started playing my Dexter Daps.
We love Dexter Daps.
She opened up like a window.
Yeah.
But anyway, so my playlist was playing, right? So this song comes on, and I'm like bobbing my head. I'm like, damn, this hoe is fire. And I'm like, who is this? Y'all, I looked at my phone, and it was Jada Kingdom.
Okay.
And it really surprised me because I'm not gonna lie, I don't judge people. But I've never, stopped and listened to her music. Because every time the first time I really, really saw her was like in the blogs when she was like arguing with Stefflon Don and all that stuff. So I didn't know what was going on because I couldn't understand. All I know is Wagwan.
Yeah.
I didn't know what they was talking about.
Wait, real quick.
What?
Speaking of Jamaicans, my best friend is Jamaican. My best friend Lynn. Shout out to Lynn. And she wanted me to mention her on this episode because when I told her we was having you on the episode, she said she had the biggest crush on you in high school. Yeah. So she was like, make sure I mention her. So hey, Lynn.
Shout out to Lynn. It was probably them dreads. She like her Rastafari.
She was sending me all her tweets from like 2012, all about Ace Hood.
I am weak.
Yeah.
Lynn was
appreciate
ready.
Lynn.
Hey, Lynn.
So yeah, shout out to Lynn because when Lynn be getting mad, that
Wagwan come out.
It come out real tough. So anyways, my bop of the week, long story short, my bop of the week, because it came up after I saw the movie, is Jada Kingdom. It's called What's Up. I guess that's her single that dropped. And she's actually a really dope artist. It made me kind of go in like a little... And I was listening to all her stuff. I was like, okay, I get it. Like she's actually not bad, and it's been on repeat. So that's my bop of the week. Jada Kingdom, What's Up? It's a bop. I like it.
Fuck with it.
Okay, so my bop is 16 Carriages by Beyonce.
I know that right. Howdy.
Yes. Y'all, first of all, y'all know I'm from Houston. Just like B.
Yeah.
Always,
you ain't never gonna let us forget.
Always gotta throw that out there. So
Beyonce fans are so funny, dog. Supporters. Yeah.
Yes, and it make it even worse because I'm from Houston. So it's like Houston, born and raised, like grew up on country music, grew up on everything country. I love 16 Carriages. I feel like it's a really good song. And I actually had seen somebody tweet the other day. They was like 16 Carriages for people who like Pray You Catch Me. Did you like that song?
Yeah.
I feel like, I agree.
Okay.
Because I feel like they're both acquired tastes.
Can I say
you might not like it if you a Beyonce fan, but if you like something a little different when she try to venture out and step outside of her box, you'll fuck with it.
I like both of the country songs Beyonce released. Can I say
so you like
something?
Texas Hold'em too?
I love Texas Hold'em, and I'm a country girl.
Yeah.
I grew up on that Faith Hill, Shania Twain, okay?
Right.
The only thing Beyonce was missing from these songs is she needed that twang. So you got to realize when Beyonce first came on the scene, they took that away from her because they were like, you doing these interviews and you singing and you sound too Texas. So she needs that twang back. She don't got that. It was supposed to be 16 carriages. But that's what I want to hear. That Miley Cyrus.
But I don't know.
No, it's good, but it was sounding a little R&B-ish. Great song. I've listened, literally it's on replay. This is not shade because I'm a Beehive member.
But see, I'm here for a little R&B country mix-up.
I mean, it's cool, but like when you listen to like a K Michelle.
Okay.
When K Michelle does her country music.
Right.
That it's that twang. I talk about Tanner Adele. I love me some Buckle Bunny. That she got that twang. Beyonce just need to bring her twang. It's in there.
Twang back.
It's in there. It's deep, but they've buried it because people used to be.
They used to make fun of her. They used to make fun of her
for how she talks. So I think she just needs to bring that twang out. Texas. That's what I need. I need to hear it. We still got it.
No, we do for sure.
Ain't going nowhere. So, Axel, what you been listening to this week? Thank you, Ty.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I've been on that Afrobeat. I'm a piano sound.
I know that's right.
That's what I really been on. I traveled. I was in Dubai for like a week a few days ago. And I did a record, I'm a piano record, which is phenomenal. I'm excited for it to release. But yeah, that's what I've been banging. So two of the artists, one of them name is Omaha Lay. Yeah, Omaha Lay, yeah.
He is fire.
Yeah, he's fire. So I love listening to that right now. That and RP Costa Stitch. Big flexer. You know what I'm saying? Down to the left. Flexer.
They be jamming.
In times in section. Yeah. In times in the flexer. They be in that bitch swerving. They be in that shit. I'm like, ooh, that's it.
They be hitting the Lord.
Yeah, they have
That shit be swinging.
Yeah,
so
it be lit.
that's where I'm at right now. That's the pocket. I like it. It make me feel happy.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to explore the space too. Yeah. The record is crazy too that we did together. So like it's gonna release soon, man. But it's crazy though. I'm excited to just like tap into the space and just see what's going on.
Yeah, because Afro beats is when I tell you when you want to get the club jumping. That's why Chris Brown.
Oh, baby, I love Afro beats. Sensational is a hit.
Where the accent came from?
Right.
I'm telling you, but when you hear that Afro, you got an accent all of a sudden. I wasn't even mad at him.
I wasn't mad.
That Afro beat when you feel
when
it
hits you, it
soul.
hits you.
I'm telling you, I'm excited that you like that.
Yeah. Me too. My dog, shout out to my guy DJ Cash too. It's funny because it's funny how spirit work, man. Like he was telling me about it in January. Like you know what I'm saying, how he shifted and he's really been in the space and for me to go and do the record and for it all playing out how it did. And I just been on that vibe lately, man. I'm like, I'm
feeling good.
Yeah, I'm just feeling, you feel me? Like I want to hear that life music, man. Life, you know what I'm saying? Like bright trees, green grass and shit, beautiful flowers, colors.
And it's about to be summertime.
Come on, man. I'm ready.
Drop that for the summer.
Ready. For the summer, come on. That's when we come. Okay,
it's the summer. Look, I'm ready. Send it to me now.
I'm ready too.
Yeah, we gonna get it to y'all, man.
Afro beats is really like that, just feel good music. Like it just make you feel.
Everybody always say, when a bitch on vacation, this is the piece that you
cannot buy.
That's how you know a bitch on vacation.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, gonna let them know every time.
Or free mind.
Okay, I'm telling you. They love a good Tim's record.
Okay. So now it's supposed to get his
laughing. He already know he's doing that shit. That's you can't put it in drink.
The bitch is the most toxic bitch you never met. Talk about this is the piece you cannot find. It's run away from you, bitch.
Exactly. Toxic ass. So now it's time to get into our favorite segment of the show, which is Pour Your Heart Out. So if you have any questions, you can always send them to askpourminds@gmail.com. That's AskPourminds@gmail.com. Send us your questions. Send us your testimonials too, because we done gave y'all some bad advice. So yes, I need the questions, y'all.
Oh, they right there.
Thank you, Ty. Okay, so
all right.
So we're gonna have you answer some questions with us, Ace.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So question number 1. Hey, Lex and Drea, love y'all and love watching y'all growth and flourish. Long story short, I'm pregnant by my baby daddy for the 3rd time, but the relationship, in my opinion, has run its course.
No, that's it, bitch. Okay, go ahead.
A lot of trust lost on both sides. And while compromises can be made, neither one of us wants to feel like we're putting in more effort than the other. My question is, should I chalk this up to the game and move on or work things out? It's not like I'm hurting for niggas, but I chose to have a family with this man for a reason. I don't mind letting the hoes go, but this needs to be one band, one sound. It's a lot of gaps in this, but I know how y'all feel about long letters. Thanks so much.
For sure.
Talk about you get niggas and you pregnant with your 3rd baby is crazy. One thing, this is how I feel. I'm sorry. No. If a man ever hit on me and he got 3 kids by the same lady, go work that out.
Yeah, because you fuck with her.
You fuck with her. You done got her pregnant.
You love her.
We trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, bitch, y'all done figured it out.
That's a fact.
And eliminate me. Just take me out the equation. Yeah, no.
That's crazy. Now, I will say this. I'll give a man 1. I get it. You know what I'm saying? People slip. I'll give you 1. But if it's like you done had 2 babies or 3 kids by this one girl and I don't fuck with her like that. Oh, you fuck with her like that. So I feel like
don't try to make it seem like
that. It's something that's holding y'all together. And we did say this earlier. Just because y'all have kids together doesn't mean y'all are meant to be together. But obviously, you keep having kids for him, so there's some type of love there to a certain extent.
Because she said she pregnant, right?
Yeah, she said she was pregnant.
Yeah.
What you think about that?
I mean, She in it, right?
Right.
And you got another child on the way.
Pregnant right now.
Right.
You move on. Girl,
damn.
That's really wild.
That's
now that
what
I'm
I'm
thinking
saying.
about
Yeah,
it.
that's
I get niggas.
She
And
gets
you
niggas and pregnant, right?
I get niggas.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Girl.
I do want to say you deserve better. You know what I'm saying? You deserve better. You know what I'm saying?
And I do feel like that though, because it's
That's
like if
it.
you are pregnant with somebody's child and you're trying to figure out if you want to move on, why would you get pregnant again?
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
You should not, when you're pregnant, you should be enjoying
Blissful.
and be like, this is like, oh my God, we're bringing another life into this world. Like, you're supposed to be enjoying your pregnancy and you writing into 2 bitches who ain't got kids. Asking us if I was a child, I can't help you. I don't pop out babies for these niggas.
Save yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So good luck to you, but I would say figure something out. Maybe therapy. Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tap.
Well,
Tap.
you gotta agree. You know, it takes two.
It takes 2 though.
You know, you need consent from both parties.
So let's say that. We'll give them that advice.
Yeah.
Y'all should try some type of therapy.
Definitely try
Both
therapy.
to figure it out.
But they
Yeah.
need to both be open.
Yeah.
They need to both be open.
Yeah, but chill on the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chill on the kids. That's the third one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want to make too many, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Not
that's
great
a
choices.
lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. To be unsure?
Yeah.
Question number 2. I just want to say I absolutely love you lovely ladies, but I need some advice. I'm a 28-year-old female, and I've been with my child's father for 11 years. I love him dearly, but I'm no longer interested in having sex with him. No matter how many toys I use, no matter how much foreplay we have, I still end up drying up. He stated that he doesn't know my body, but I feel like after so long, how do you still not know my body? I know how to make him come instantly, but when it comes to me, he doesn't know. No matter how much I teach him, it still sucks. Everything about the sex is horrible. It's been 11 years. He's a good man and a fabulous father, but I'm not sure how much more of this bad sex I can take. P.S. I love you, ladies.
Girl, we love you too, but the fuck? 11 years of bad sex.
11 years of bad
You
dick
should have
is
wrote it in
wild.
earlier.
11, you're not getting 11 days out of me, hoe ass nigga. But
11 years? That's a long time. And especially considering that you said you've done the work to like figure out what he likes and you try to please him. I just feel like that's very inconsiderate that he haven't tried to figure out what you like and go to great lengths to make sure that you're satisfied.
yeah.
I feel like a man that does not try to make sure that you're satisfied in the bed, he don't really care about you.
But I don't even know if that's the case with her. Remember what we talked about earlier, the chakras? Maybe something is blocked off. And it's not.
The witness chakra?
Yeah. Maybe something is not connecting her. Because he could be trying.
Is there a water chakra?
I don't know, child. I get a little too deep for me now.
Me too long.
Because my chakra wide open. Hey, you better ask
My
about
chakra
it.
shocking.
But I do
Yeah.
think that if he is trying, because I'm going to say the opposite of you, because I feel like you've been with somebody for 11 years, they should be trying
I think so.
if you're telling him what's wrong. So if he is trying and it's the effort is still not working, something may be blocking you mentally. I say this all the time. Sex with women is a lot more mental than we would like to admit. So something is happening with you mentally that you're just completely checked out. Because you know what? If my man was trying, I'm not gonna lie, that would turn me on. To see him making an effort and he trying to, and you that thing still the Sahara. It's something. It might be you. You take a little accountability. A little accountability might go a long way. What advice you have? Because 11 years is a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So some keeping her there. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. 11 years of bad sex is terrible. But maybe they could do something to prioritize or to stimulate the moment. You know what I'm saying? Create maybe it's creating the environment or the landscape. You know, there's things that you can try. You know what I'm saying? Again, that can be intimate. It's as opposed to just sexual. That can just be solely touching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get more familiar with each other's body. That's where I would start at. It's just getting more familiar with the body, so everything ain't sex. So sometimes it's just like touching. It's just rubbing. It might be massaging. It might be stretching. You know what I'm saying? But just get more familiar with the body. You do touches and feel certain places and you get certain reactions. Then you start to learn. I'm fascinated with it. So, I have a blast.
I do. But that is true.
But no, seriously, you have to know the person's body.
And then you have to take things out of the bedroom. Sometimes the things that will turn you on will surprise you. You know, like maybe y'all might need a date night. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all might need to just get outside. It's been 11 years. You know, I think that a lot of times you get comfortable. And I was in my last situation for 7 years, so I get it. But one thing about me, I'm going to keep it spicy in that bedroom now. Right. But I feel like it's because, like you said, we have to do different things. Yeah. Sometimes it's not all about the actual intercourse. It's about the things that lead up to that.
That's the fact.
So, you know, try to think outside the box. Because maybe the things that you think turn you on, they probably don't turn you on anymore. Because the things that turn me on at 24 don't turn me on at 34.
Agreed.
Facts.
So, you know, maybe y'all can work it out.
And maybe just figure out your own body, too. I feel like you have to know what you like in order to, like, want somebody else to know what you like.
Because if he trying and it still ain't working, maybe
then maybe you don't even know what
really
you
don't
like.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. Hopefully y'all make it to year 12.
Well, it looked like they are. Yeah, baby.
Okay, so let us know where we can find you, everything that you got coming up and all that good stuff.
Ace Hood, all tags. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Ace Hood. My fitness and health and wellness brand is hashtag shredded.com. You know what I'm saying? You can log on to there too as well. But yeah, those are all my handles. Yeah,
I'm finna go to shredded.com because you see me. I got a little gun over here myself.
Yeah, I see you.
It might be a little pistol.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Little pistol, huh?
Well, I had fun today. Thank you.
Oh, this is a great episode.
So much for joining us. And y'all know we got the karaoke on the way. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Y'all ready? We finna set the vibe in this motherfucker. I know that's right. Everybody just rock back and forth. Yeah. Y'all ready? Every time I see you, I get a bad vibe. Just thinking someone else in between your thighs. And you thought you was slick, had tricks up your sleeve. But I'm sick of your stupid acts, and I know you're tired of me. You better sing. That's why I say when we were together, we never turned our backs on each other. Oh, but now that we're separated, we can't stand one another. I don't want to be with you, put down everything I own. I can't believe I stayed around that damn long. He was mad. If I never see you again, don't be mad at all. You better. Wait, hold on. I believe to my downfall. You did me wrong. You did me wrong. I thought you were the one. You turned out that life, but now I'm so through with you. I wanted you to be there, right there near me. Oh, remember when we together, we never turned our backs on each other. Oh, but now that we separated, we can't stand one another. I can't stand your ass. I can't stand your ass. Nigga. I'ma put you on blast. Back on it. Period. Give it up for Ace Hood. God damn it.
And the Hoodettes.
Together. The Hoodettes.